What we do here is go back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Creative Collision podcast. Saeed is here.
What's going on, y'all? This is Will. I thought you was gonna say more.
I was gonna say more, but yeah, man. We're back. Creative Collision podcast here, new episode. Saeed and Will here. So we're recording this, a couple days after Kobe's passing. So, obviously, this is big, a big deal. So this is obviously what we're going to be talking about on this podcast. We might get into other topics that have been going on outside of this, but that'll be like a separate episode. This podcast episode is going to be strictly about Kobe and just everything about Kobe, man. Like his legacy, what he meant for me, what he meant for a lot of people, and his passing, man. So I don't know if you're ready to speak on it. You want to start it off, but I'm just gonna go with the first thing I want to talk about is obviously it's very sad for the NBA community, for everybody. We're all like still shooken up about it. At the time of recording this podcast, it's been 3 days since he passed away. So I mean, I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this, and it should be shortly after this. But just letting you guys know on the recordings, this is 3 days after he passed away. We're going live on Instagram because we want to see anybody's reactions that want to say anything. So I'm live on my Instagram for this topic as well. So I don't know, man. First of all, when you heard the news, where were you and what was your initial reaction?
Dude, when I first heard the news, I was actually... What was I doing? I was in my room. I was actually in my room. And it sucked too because I was having problems with my cell phone. My fucking SIM card was going bad. So some messages weren't getting through and some were. Yeah. So when I asked you guys, I wasn't even sure if it was like a late message or not. Because I wasn't sure if the news was right or not,
Yeah.
Like, I just saw like people posting that on like Instagram, but I didn't see any like official news. And like outlets like Shade Room. I didn't see the Shade Room have that on their page at the time. So I was like, oh, this is probably just some false stuff going around,
Yeah.
But then, when you guys, I think you both texted me at the same time saying, like, yeah, this is really going on. And I was like, I don't know, dude. It just really makes you think, like death doesn't discriminate,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It really brought back a sense of just how, like, your immortality, Because it's like, I don't know. Like you don't picture that story ending that way for an icon like that.
You don't picture that. You didn't picture that happening to somebody like him because like we saw him as like a superhero. Like he was immortal to us. It didn't like. He was Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kobe doesn't die. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, and I don't think we saw that though. Like, I don't think we ever saw like a. I don't know, like a legend, like in like.
No, we never. It's never happened. This has never happened, and when basketball, this has never happened. First of all. And then like just in sports history, this is very rare. Like, I was watching with the First Things First. Nick Wright. I don't know if you know who Nick Wright is. He's actually he was like the big Kobe hater. But like now he's like respecting him, which is I don't know, it's a whole other thing. But like it's not that he never thought he was a great player at all. But he just like he's a LeBron guy, so he was always like taking little shots at him. Yeah. But he still still knows how great he was and all that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's all part of the game too.
Yeah, of course, so, it's competition.
My bad.
No, but what he brought up was a crazy point where he said that Kobe is there's only been 3 MVPs that have ever died.
Mm-hmm.
Will Chamberlain, Moses Malone,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kobe now. In the history of the NBA, right? And
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain and Moses Malone were in their 60s already.
Mm-hmm.
They still technically they still died young,
Yeah.
technically, but they're like like 6 years old, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
like,
Yeah.
average person's like, I think 60, 70, right?
Yeah, like the average is like 70 something. I don't know, but like they died kind of a little bit young, but they're in their 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And Kobe's now the third MVP to ever. The NBA's been around for like 60, 70 years or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And the NBA is like 75 years old.
Yeah.
And there's only been 3 MVPs that have ever died. Now, and Kobe's by far the youngest. Like Bill Russell's still alive, bro. Like the first ever MVP is still alive.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like that's why it's so like.
Dude, I was just about to say though,
crazy,
like
man.
fucking the Hall of Fame now.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. That crossed my mind. Yeah.
All that's gonna change now. I don't know. It's gonna be. Cause how could the rest of them celebrate? Like, getting like.
Well, they're still gonna do the inductions.
Mm-hmm.
With everybody else. And
But I mean, like, just the mood of it,
Oh, of course, the mood's gonna be totally different. I'm sure they're gonna do some sort of big ceremony, like where they're gonna have multiple people speak. I don't know about Vanessa speaking.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Drop 15 on that.
Drop 15.
I did. Drop 15
Man,
on that. I had a double-double, I think. I think I had a double-double. That game. I was like, heck yeah.
Yeah,
that was my only good game, that's why. That was my only good game in the league. It was on his squad. You know why? I had a bet with one of your teammates. I knew Malik, and then there was your ass. So I was like, man, hell no. You already talking shit. I already have a bet with the other dude on your team. And I'm like, man. And I just see it on Malik's face. He's like, oh, we about to tear this ass up. Because our squad looked weak.
Yeah.
But we had scores. It's just we didn't know how to play as a team at all.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, well, not me, but like, we had like 2-3 players averaging 30 points and stuff, 25 points, but like, it doesn't amount to nothing because we're just getting outscored. All our games are like in the hundreds and shit. Like, damn, there's no defense here. But like, yeah.
By that time, that was like on my way out, man.
Nah, you were on your way out. You was healthy, boy. I remember all you guys, because all you had a smirk. All y'all had a laugh like, this is going to be y'all win. Because your team wasn't doing that good in the league either, right?
We were ass.
And
too,
I know that.
bro.
I think we were one of the two bottom teams or something like that. We were one of the bottom teams. I know that. So I was like, we ain't about to be the worst team.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I remember
we're not going to be the worst team.
I don't know if you remember who Malik's. I thought at this time I thought it was cousin. His name was Jonathan. He was like our point guard. He was like kind of a little chubby. He's a little
dark skin.
Hell
yeah.
So he came. I saw him. He came to Verizon the other day. So I signed him over with Verizon.
Yeah.
So we kind of chance like when I first saw him, like, bro, I know you. Like we both looked at each other like I fucking know you. Like we play basketball sometime. And then like at first I didn't know if it was that Rancho or
well,
was that
he was come up
Paris.
to the Morgan Park too to hoop.
He would, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I asked him like, did you have a cousin? And then his wife was like, oh, you think about Malik?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yes. Now he came back to me like, fuck yeah, Malik, yes. Yeah, like yeah.
I remember all y'all smiles, all y'all smirks. Y'all thought for sure. I saw it in y'all faces. That's what made me score that good that game. I saw it in y'all faces. Y'all thought for sure we was like, oh, we gotta win. We not about to be the worst team in the league. I was like, hell no.
No, because our coach was Spencer, bro. He just like tell us do whatever. Remember Spencer? He was the one that ran the gym.
I don't remember what he looked like.
He was like he was bald. He was
tall black dude, right?
Yeah, I think he's still like even.
Like the front desk and all that.
Yeah. That was our coach.
Did he ever coach before?
No. So like he would just like tell us to do like kind of like whatever, you know what I mean? That's why we didn't have no real coaching like that. Spencer was cool. Spencer was a homie back then, man.
Man, dude.
But by that time, man, like we were probably like 14, 15.
Yeah, I know. I just remember we were down there at the bottom.
Yeah. No, man. But that time,
Oh,
like,
you meant
age-wise.
Oh, I thought you meant in the league.
Yeah, no, I meant age-wise. Like,
yeah.
Or maybe like 13, 14.
No, it was a freshman year.
Yeah, freshman
year.
Yeah, by that time, like, that's when people start getting mad at Athletic. I'm like, I can't keep up with these motherfuckers anymore, man. Shit. My Kobe dreams were done at that point.
Yeah. You see how everybody's like teaching the younger generation to make sure you say Kobe when you shoot,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Forever,
you
man.
Yeah.
Forever.
You can't let that die.
I don't know. How did we get into the Paris League?
Oh, no, because you were saying, like
oh, I remember
how
that,
he got you started, you know?
Yeah, dude. When I was like 11, 12, I was killing shit. Then I got to like 13, 14, and people started like dunking and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck happened? How's Malik my age?
Hell yeah, right? That's great. Well, I mean, technically they're a year older than us. So, I mean, you know.
Oh, well, like 1 year older.
I know, right?
Man, this
I was in such denial, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't, I really didn't realize I wasn't going to actually ever make it in the NBA till I was about 21, 22.
Oh.
You know how delusional my head was? Like, I was a delusional young motherfucker. Like, yo, this dude's not there. He's not all the way
21,
there.
22.
Like, that's when I realized, like, I don't think I'm getting any growth spurt. I don't think I'm getting...
Damn right you're not, bro.
I mean, because I even said this, like, I can go B-League, EuroLeague, then get there. You know what I'm saying?
EuroLeague?
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Man, you thought you was... Yeah, you
Man, I don't play. I don't know where my head was at, man. I don't know where my head is. That mama mentality,
You
man.
did have that mama mentality,
I have that mama
man.
mentality.
Yeah,
Can't
you thought
stop
you could.
this. I saw Nate Robinson come out dunking like he was. I'm like, we the same height. I was like, it's my time. Like, this is that's a
you
sign.
probably taller than him.
Probably.
Yeah, nah, man.
They got nowhere near as bounce as him. Like, damn. Like,
I couldn't tell. None of my customers, at least.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I didn't even... I
I
couldn't
was
tell.
about to say, I bet you, like, the aura in that room felt just off, just like...
Well, us as employees, because that all the guys were working that day.
Mhm.
It was all men, like all the like and like so, and it was all the Laker fans were there. That was me, my manager, my other coworker. Like it was all the sport guys, man. So it wasn't the customers. I don't know. We were just going through the fucking day or whatever. Like I didn't even want to bring it up to them because if I brought it up to them, I would have fucking started crying and started in that moment. So I was like. So it was just amongst us as like me and my coworkers. It was just like where we were just like watching shit like breaking news and like trying to put it together. Like we will finish with a customer like, and then we would go back in the back room and like fucking try to like keep it together like on that like fuck and because I'm pretty sure from what I remember it was husband and wife and their kid and their daughter. Yeah. And then they had another daughter at home.
Damn, hold on.
So I think another 2 daughters at home that now they're foster kids.
Cause I could have sworn I was seeing an interview with one of them where he was saying that he has to explain to his daughters why they don't have a mother.
Yeah, but I think that was the third.
Oh, okay. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Imagine her sisters, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, I heard that the oldest sister was so like shooken up that she couldn't breathe and they had to take her to the hospital.
Yeah, no, that happens. Like when people get
like she was so fucking like.
I can't even. No, I believe it
that,
though, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't even like.
Imagine being a 17-year-old girl, and then
Bro.
your fucking dad and your little sister are dead. Yeah, dude.
In a helicopter. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I can believe like probably more than once. That happened. Like where she went into that type of shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine being in that situation personally. But I could definitely see how news like that will take out anybody, you know? No matter how old you are. That's such a traumatic emotion that you gotta try to go through, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, it's like one of the worst things you can wish.
Yeah.
You know, you could
like
imagine something happening to a family, you know.
Yeah. It was baseball coach John Billy, his wife. So the baseball coach and his wife and their daughter.
Mm.
And they had another. So there was husband, wife, baseball coach, his wife, their daughter, that died, and they had more kids. And now they're foster kids. You know what I mean? That shit. And then, yeah, dude. Mother and daughter. And then another mother and daughter. And the other mother and daughter was probably the husband. I saw the interview too. It was the other husband that they were talking about. Yeah, so it was basically a whole family, a trio. And then another mother and her daughter. Yeah.
Man, dude, I'm just saying, like...
It's fucking wild.
You really forget that every second you have is a blessing, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you just get so used to, like, thinking you're going to see the next. And I had a friend who's, a close friend of hers, you know, their sister died, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the week before, you know? So, like, out of nowhere, like, she was a healthy, you know, 20-something-year-old. And so she was just saying, like, you know, like she was already dealing with that emotion of trying to be more grateful and thankful for, like, you know, life, because you never know when it's gone out your hands. And she said, then that happened, and it's just like, it was scary, you know?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Yeah, man, for us, man, you brought it up, like, me, Ryan, Vahan, like, you know how this was our guy, man. This is the reason why we wanted to play basketball, like, you know, like, I still remember the first time I ever heard Kobe's name.
Yeah.
I remember every fucking, and I'm just appreciative that I saw, like, every game. I saw, like, I was able to see what I saw. I remember every little detail, man, like, being, like, I remember, like, obviously, like, when I was a little kid, like, well, first of all, it was Jordan, right? Jordan, like, Space Jam was out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember watching Space Jam as a little kid, and I had, like, a Toon Squad jersey, Jordan. And Jordan was like, oh, you know, Jordan was the guy. And I remember, like, my cousin one time told me, like, oh, Kobe Bryant's gonna be better than Michael Jordan. And then I'm like 8 years old, 7, 8 years old. He's my older cousin.
Yeah.
The one that works for Sony now.
Yeah.
So I'm young. I'm believing everything's gonna say, like, oh, like, my older cousin told me Kobe's better than Jordan. I'm gonna believe him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I'm a little kid.
Yeah.
You know, so like, okay. And then I remember, like, getting my mom buying, like, fucking first ever Kobe jersey. I remember buying his video game. I remember, like, my mom took me to the store to buy the Kobe's video game, but, like, the clerk gave me an option between Kobe's game and Shaq had a game.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want Kobe's game. And I remember, like, just, like, fucking copying his moves and then playing Nintendo 64, like, with Kobe's NBA courtside. I don't know if you remember those games at all.
Yeah,
but, like,
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember just, like, fucking...
The fact that you brought that up, like, I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's back in the day.
Back in the day, Nintendo 64, man. I remember, like, you know, playing that shit, like, all day and, like, practicing his moves and then, like, playing in, like, the Paris League. And so that was the first time I ever saw him. That was 2000, Afro Kobe. And then I saw him at a preseason game, like, 2000... The first year without Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
First year without Shaq, my dad took me to watch Kobe at the. He had preseason tickets, and he didn't play. He probably played only like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I barely remember him playing. But that was the first time. That was the only time in my life I ever saw him actually, like, play a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least I got to see him with my own eyes.
Yeah.
You know, at least I got a chance to actually see
That's
him.
crazy.
You know?
Yeah, it's weird.
You know?
That's crazy because a lot of people don't even have that. Like,
Yeah.
Like
you know?
they just
Yeah.
have him through a type of digital media.
Yeah.
Like they don't even actually know like if there was a physical
Yeah.
person, ball of
Yeah. It was,
human.
I remember that wasn't that parade. That wasn't. I don't feel like it. For what I remember, it doesn't feel like I was that far away from him. You know, so.
But see how you guys like you guys have like those good memories and all that. See, like my folks, they came from Chicago, so their team was Chicago. You know.
They're all about Jordan, huh?
Yeah, so like when I got introduced to basketball, even though that wasn't part of my time, it was Jordan because they had all his tapes. You know, so like. I watched his tape, so when Space Jam came out, that was like even more dope for me, you know.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and then when Kobe came around, I think it was more so me, like, because like I said, like I always had to do, I'm gonna be the next Jordan, you know. And then here comes Kobe. We all did though. That was. And then here comes Kobe. Yeah. So mine was kind of like, man, you take a. I was supposed to be that guy, you know.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be the next like one, you know.
Yeah.
And like so, it almost had to be like, I almost didn't want to like. Actually accept like what the greatness I'm witnessing, you know, because it was like I can't, because if it's really like what it is that I'm seeing, you know, then this is the next guy, you know, not me, you know, even though I had no sort of claim towards that. like just looking back, I'm like fucking a delusional ass kid, you know, like because
we all were though. We all thought we could be these people. That's what makes them so special to us. We like looked up to them, like they inspired us to like.
Well, I was supposed to be the next big thing after Jordan. That's what I was saying. That's what I was supposed to be, that guy. That this is the next big thing. Yeah, like after Jordan. But nah, here comes Kobe Bryant. You know, I was like, and then like it felt like so soon. like already, like what? Yeah. Like damn, I didn't even stand a chance at that dream. You know. And like, and I don't know. Yeah, like I said, like I didn't actually become a fan of like LA teams until like I decided like I'm not leaving California. Like I don't like it anywhere else. Like our weather is the best. Like, and it didn't make sense either too because like I like LA artists, you know. So it was like I always had to go against the crowd for some reason. I always tried to go against the crowd, stir shit up.
Man,
you know? That's why everybody.
How old were you when your family came from Chicago to here?
I was young, man. I was in elementary, so.
Okay. You know what I remember? This is my first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, other than that, I didn't have any connection towards like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And that's another thing. I mean, like, why am I like even during like Tupac and Biggie beats, if people ask me like, who are you on? I would say Biggie. That's where I was born, so you know I gotta say that. Yeah, you know. But like, truthfully, I'm a West Coast guy. I'm not.
We grew up out here. Yeah.
You know.
It's because your family. It's because your family was like, even though they moved out here, your family was still like a.
Yeah, they took the Chicago Bears. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, so you go off a lot of times. That's how it is. You go off what your family likes, right? The only reason I'm a fucking like Raider fan and Dodger fan is probably because my family were. You know.
Yeah. It's more. It's the memories behind them. Yeah, it's like it's the bond. You know.
Because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I liked the Bulls at first because of Jordan, and I liked the color red when I was a little kid. So red was my favorite color, and then the Bulls and Jordan and all that shit. And then I became a Laker fan just because like my family told me about Kobe.
Yeah.
And then they like the Lakers, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna like the Lakers too because my family does. And then I see this kid that like that's what's also another thing about Kobe is like there's other like Shaq was on the team. Nobody like looks at Shaq like I want to be like Shaq. Mm-hmm. Because this motherfucker was like 7 feet tall and like you can't be that guy. His game was ugly. Like I don't want to say like ugly like
no,
in the sense
like
where like
it didn't have that certain finesse.
Yeah, it was just power. It was power.
That's what I'm saying. His game was ugly because like that's kind of like what I liked about LeBron. Like just seeing how like how powerful the athleticism of LeBron
Yeah.
was coming in. You know, with Shaq, like you said, it's
It was
just
just power,
It's
strength,
just
and brute
like,
force.
like
and,
it's like Hercules.
I can't relate to that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
That's what I'm saying.
when
You're
you
like
see Kobe
like
play,
Hercules, like
Kobe,
you know,
yeah.
like a big Hercules.
But Kobe
man.
was beautiful. Like you
Mhm.
saw like these moves and the crossover.
He was like the player
and,
you
like,
wanted to
dunking
be.
on
He
people.
was the
Yeah.
player, like, the player you
And
wanted to be. Yeah.
that's why we all gravitated to that. Like I can do that.
Yeah,
I can
be that player.
I can be that guy. I can't be Shaq,
Yeah,
but I can be Kobe.
Smooth like
yeah,
that.
he was so slick with it.
Yeah.
And then I think that's why we all like gravitated towards that, man. Like we saw he was cool, man. Like he was smooth. Took Brandy to the prom, like
man.
with the afro. He was rapping and shit. Like he was, you know,
that guy, man.
He was that player, man. And like you know the fadeaway, the crossovers, you know, like dunking on people. Like Kobe was. You know, man, that's the reason why we say
and
Kobe.
he's for your hometown team.
Yeah.
Imagine that, man.
Yeah.
Imagine that, like
Yeah.
getting Kobe. Not only getting Kobe, you're getting him on your hometown team.
Yeah.
Like, what a combination.
Yeah.
You know.
We're like, man, I can relate to that. Like, I mean, you know, it's crazy, man. I think at this point now, like I can like learn to like I think I'm past the grieving stage. I'm starting to get past the grieving stage, and I'm just like celebrating his life, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I just try to relate it to like most of our legends, our geniuses, like die young, and I put Kobe in that. Like he was meant to die young, man. Like maybe he was so great for this world, he wasn't supposed to be here long.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Like it's somebody like that was so great and so.
Now I'm thinking about like
Yeah,
Tupac and Biggie and other
Think
great
about it,
great like genius minds that died young and that's how I'm learning to accept it like that way like you know I'm trying to get around to like you know like celebrate his legacy, and he was such a smart genius mind that like he was meant to die young, and I'm trying, and that's how I'm trying to accept it.
Even if his death though is like if his death even he even gave in his death, you know, from his greatness, like you know, like he was able to still do that to his fans. He left you guys with a great legacy, with like you know he brought back those memories that you know they'll always be there, but like now like you know they're even more sentimental to you guys, you know. Like even in his death, he still gave you guys something. He still gave the world something. You know,
man.
He gave him, you know, like you gotta like really just forget all the petty shit that goes on in your life.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like for what? Like that's all meaningless at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about like, you know, making smiles, making friends, you know, living that good life of just like, you know, you never know, you know?
No,
so
exactly.
it's like just enjoy your life, you know? Just enjoy it, you know? All the hurdles of it, you know?
Yeah. Hey man, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about it, but I think we're all gonna like take that with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like just Kobe for life, Mamba mentality. You know, people are like. I saw a lot of people say like I called the people I had problems with. Like I heard like I saw like 50 Cent say,
"Oh yeah,
like, I'm gonna live my life a different way." Like, I'm gonna like that pettiness. Like, I don't know. On Twitter, like Kendrick Perkins went on Twitter. You know, how Kendrick Perkins had a beef with KD, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, fucking like whatever. All that bullshit we had, like that differences we had, like you know, I just want like I love you, like everybody's like throwing like all that pettiness.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like even in the, like because to make something like that happen, you know, like that alone is a lie, you know.
Yeah. So everybody's like, man, what is it? You know, we're here for a short time, so like let's not waste any of this shit, man. All the bullshit, all the pettiness, all the like little, like, the people you're mad at, you know, your friends, family, like, put that shit to the side.
Our time's always shorter than what we believe. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. No, it is, man.
No matter what number you believe you're gonna die at, it's always normally sooner than that, you know.
And in times like when somebody like this dies, you question it, right? You put like why, like you question faith, like why would you do this? Like why, like you question your faith in God. You're like, why would you? Like, how can you do this, right? Then I started thinking about like this world before Kobe died, right? Like this world is in a state of like like everybody is arguing with each other. Everybody's like fucking like beefing with each other.
Out for their own selves.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pettiness going on. There's a lot of like arguments, disagreements, and a lot of hatred going on in the world today. And then maybe like God took Kobe away to like show that like we gotta put that shit to the side, like.
Yep.
I mean, this maybe like this is what it took. Hopefully the world becomes a better place because of this.
Call,
wake up call. Like, we gotta stop fighting with each other. We gotta stop like, bullshitting with each other and like, and I don't know, man. Like it you feel that like people are in this stage now when they're like, I'm gonna live my life to the fullest. I'm gonna like have that Mamba mentality of like I'm gonna give it my all to what I'm doing, whatever it is in life. Whether,
that's what I'm saying. Like, just,
like for this podcast, like you just feel like
for a part of his legacy. He left a mentality.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
and
you just give it your all, and whatever you're doing in life, just give it your all, man. And that's how like maybe like God took him away to remind us like. You guys are fucking up. You guys need a reminder, a wake up call. Like we're gonna take away. I want to take away this great mind from you guys. That like all he did in his life was like give everything like 100%, like to the fullest. Like he never like shortchanged anything. He never half-assed anything in his life. And then like you take something like that away to like be like, okay, now like you guys take that with you and like just like I don't know, man, like your life here, your time here on earth is short. So just go for it, man. And I think that's why he was taken away from us, to kind of remind us and put that in. We get lazy, we get like comfortable with our situation. We fucking people beef over Twitter, over Instagram, over petty shit. We fight with each other, and then this is like a shock to the world to be like, just like just none of this shit matters.
Like self-reflection on your actions and like what it is that's really tying your life down and holding you captive from. Having a more happy and blissful life, know. Yeah, and I don't want to say like thinking on it more like God took him away. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you just think about the way he died, like if he was gonna take somebody, why that way? Why in that type of manner, that form and fashion? So I I don't know. Maybe just look at it more as like more so he didn't intervene and we just I don't know, it was just more so of a loss due to like you said, somebody who never half-assed anything in life. Somebody made a half-assed decision, like the whole irony of it all, somebody who showed work ethic it was really gonna take you all the way there to the top, having that mentality of can't stop, that slow, that climb, that fast build, what I'm saying, that's still going hard at it, was to fall to something so sudden, It's like the whole irony and his just legacy period, overall ending story, that just you try to like try to say like this can't just happen just to happen, like something like this had to be a purposeful, like reasoning for this, but
you try to put a reason to it, and I mean that's all you can do, man.
Here is go back.
R.I.P. Kobe, Mamba forever.
Yeah. So yeah, rest in peace, Kobe. You know, he really had a legacy that was more than basketball. You know, and that's all you can really do in life is live to your utmost best self and try to just leave something behind that people could still gain from even after you're gone, and that's what you did. So rest in peace, Kobe.
Mamba forever.
GG, and the rest of the family
Kobe
as well.
forever.
R.I.P. Lakers for life. We out.
Mamba for life.